Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, Earl. Appreciate you tuning in. Today we're going to discuss personal and home security. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. So today we're going to discuss security for your home and your person. And I mentioned, if you follow my channel, I did a video yesterday, basically just kind of how to cope and deal with the COVID-19 pandemic we're in. And one of the things that you need to, besides toilet paper and the basic necessities, you need to figure out how to protect yourself and your toilet paper and your food, potentially. I mentioned this yesterday. As of right now, we're not really in that situation just yet as far as just total breakdown of the system, whether it be law enforcement, but I promise you this could affect that. Let's give you an example. I live out in the county, so I'm pretty fortunate, but if you lived in the city limits, and I live in the town near me that's the county, or the county seat, the city, it's a pretty small department. So if COVID-19 would get in there, because it's really hard for them to social distance sometimes because they're interacting with either each other or out in the about with the public, right? Or going into hospitals to drop off people or pick people up or do a report or whatever. So if it goes through the department, you could easily see a 50% reduction just in staff from one department, and that could include a fire department, that could include police departments, sheriff's offices, whatever. So this could get pretty bad with less security. And the news media does not do any justice by keep talking about when those things would happen, right? So if they make a big announcement, oh, such and such city's down to 50%, they're only answering true emergency calls and stuff like that. Criminals are going to be criminals. It's already started online with scams and everything else. People do not care. There are people out there in this world that are bad people, and they do not care who they hurt. It doesn't matter if we are truly in a national emergency situation. They'll take advantage of people, and that includes trying to break into your home, your outbuildings, whatever the case, to take whatever they can that they don't have. So just remember that. So I'm not trying to scare anybody. That's the whole reason of this channel. I did a video long ago. It says, what are preppers scared of? Well, it's not that I'm scared of anything, but people always kind of, if they went into the prepping circles, they always like, what do you need so much toilet paper for? What do you need so much beans or bullets or Band-Aids or whatever it is? They always kind of, I don't want to say made fun, but they just didn't quite get it. Well, now a lot of these people are getting it. So again, it's not that somebody's scared. It's just a matter of being prepared. People wear their seatbelt. People, have cold medicines at their home, whatever. Just on the prepping side, we go to another level of that and make sure we have more than just basic cold medicines. We have a lot of medicines, a lot of medications, a lot of stuff. The other thing too is you want to make sure that your home is secure and yourself is secure. So let's discuss home real quick, and then I'll get into the kind of the personal security. So I mentioned yesterday about making sure that you have ways to alert yourself when somebody is near your home. One of the best things I think that gives you an early warning device is driveway alarms. They're fairly economical. You can buy, they're about $14 to $15 a piece if you look around on Amazon. A lot of these things I discuss will be in the section below as far as an Amazon affiliate link. Click over to my store. It'll have a lot of this stuff in it. I specifically set up a store for security items, that kind of thing. So it's easier to find in my store. They're categorized. Go look for them. Doesn't cost you any more whatsoever to buy through that affiliate store. It just helps you be able to find things quickly that we discuss. So, and you don't have to buy from me. If you got a Harbor Freight near you, you're more than welcome to try looking at Harbor Freight. I've done specific videos about Harbor Freight driveway alarms, things like that. Driveway alarms are important in my opinion. You can buy 5 of them and pretty much secure your whole house around it, the perimeter, pretty well to let you know. The quicker you know somebody is upon you. So in other words, let's think home invasion a minute. Usually where most people get surprised, well, they sneak up to your door and then all of a sudden, boom, they knock it down. Well, by the time they knock it down, they're already possibly in your home. So that's really hard to get prepared for. But if I hear that driveway alarm goes off in the middle of the night, that means somebody possibly is out there. Could it be a false alarm? Yes, and we'll discuss that here in a second. But either way, if I hear the driveway alarm go off, I know immediately possibly something's out there, someone. In normal times, I don't really get too sense of high of alert. But in these times where it could get worse, yeah, as soon as I hear that driveway alarm, I'm grabbing a pistol. Sometimes I'll just kind of look out the window kind of thing. May or may not go outside. It could be a dog, whatever. So my point is, early detection of somebody near around your home is ultimately important. So that's only if you're home, though. If you're not at home, trying to secure your house is another story, because we all have glass in our homes that can easily be broken. So if you don't have an actual security system that would go off, then you're kind of at the mercy of, at least maybe locking things up a little bit, possibly figuring out a way to lock them up in a cabinet or some type of box that you might have that you can secure some way. Hiding items is a good way to do it. Most thieves kind of run in, they kind of search around, they don't look under certain things or in behind things or whatever. So very important things I would make sure that you possibly hid if you're leaving the home and you don't have a security system. Most security systems, like a managed security system that you pay a monthly fee, most people, once they get into a house and that thing's going off and blaring, they leave pretty quickly. They might try grabbing a couple things before leaving, but they leave pretty quick. So driveway alarms, there's other type alarms that you can do. I've done tons of videos. Go through my video list of everything I've done, and we discussed that. You've got these little cheap alarms that you can put on windows and doors. This part attaches to the door or the window seal itself. This can attach to the door or the window, and what happens is this thing creates a magnetic field through the unit here, and when it's separated is what causes it to go off. So in other words, if the window opens or the door opens, it causes it to go off. Usually anything like that will deter most people. If it's not at least letting you know that somebody's there, it will at least kind of spook them a lot of times, and they don't want to. The path of least resistance is most thieves. Are there people out there that don't care? They know you're home and they're going to do a home invasion? Yes, they are. These right here are personal body alarms that I've turned into tripwire alarms. These are excellent. These are like crazy loud, and I'll turn it on here in a second. But the way these work is these normally have like a belt clip on the back. They clip to your belt, and then they have this pull tab here that normally has like a little lanyard loop that you grab hold of and you pull. That thing is deafening loud. I mean, like really, really loud. That can be heard at 100 yards away easily. But you can set this up. I've got it on a spike, a ground spike that I can then drive into the ground and use it as a tripwire alarm is the way I would set this one up. So I can run a tripwire from here. When somebody walks and pops it, that's what would cause that to go off. So, got tripwire alarms. You have these here. These are sensor alarms. It takes 2 units. These are not singles. So you have a transceiver and a receiver, the way this works, and there's an infrared beam that goes across here, and then if somebody passes through the beam and breaks it, it goes off. So that's how that one works. I'll set that up again for you. See if it sets. And then if somebody walks through. These, if you wanted to buy them, I apologize. I've covered them up right here with some tape. So there's a little hour or a little red flashing light. I didn't want the red flashing light. It's called Home Safe is the brand right there. Home Safe. So if you want to look at these, I like these. You could set these up at the top of your steps or the bottom of your steps on either side. So if somebody passes, it will go off. Now, again, depends on how noise secure your home is. You may or may not hear it yourself, but it would at least go off. Something like this is real good to keep people, once they're in your home, to let you know kind of where they are potentially. So it's just another option. These infrared sensors. Again, you got 2 units. One goes on one side, and then you create the beam that goes across, and then it goes off. So that's those. These here, I showed you, these are here I got at I know I got these at Dollar Tree, believe it or not, and I've painted them OD green so I could put them around camp or something if I needed to. Personal security. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back to home security real quick. Driveway alarms and solar security lights. I love those things, those motion sensor lights. So I've done a video about this. I use them in conjunction with one another. So if I hear my driveway alarm go off and then the security light is near that, so they would break the beam on the driveway alarm, it would start ringing or chiming. Then if they walk just a couple more feet, 2 or 3 more feet, then the actual security light comes on. So the reason I do that is I've had some false alarms. You're going to have false alarms with some of this stuff, so just understand that you are going to have some false alarms. The more higher quality, I've even heard even with the higher quality ones, you're still going to get some false alarms, but it's probably less. But either way, with the motion sensor light, when it kicks on, that tells me that it's probably not a false alarm. Could it have been a dog? Sure. If they're tall enough and make the motion of either one to get either one of the sensors to trip, then that's what happened. Could be a person, but it's easier for me to tell now instead of it was definitely not a false alarm, because if it's the light is not going to cause a false alarm normally. It's just that driveway alarm that has the false alarm situation. But anyway, that kind of gives you an idea of how to tie those two together. They're pretty cheap, actually, in the grand scheme of things, but driveway alarms and motion sensors, especially solar-powered ones, is the one I like. Then you can get into the Ring doorbells and all those type of doorbell or those type monitored systems that you monitor yourself, like through your phone and things. Those are out there, too. Those are good. But I'm just trying to get things as basically as cheap as I can show you on up to the more expensive things. If it's me and you've got the extra money, and if you can get some security company to install you some type of security system, I would. I believe in security systems. I think they help deter a lot of things, whatever. So personal security, obviously a firearm's number one choice. Then make sure you have a good flashlight that's nice and bright so you can be able to see. Pepper spray, common stuff that you can buy. Again, got this stuff in my store. Got different sizes and variations, but pepper spray, stun guns. Because the reason I'm talking about all this stuff is you may need less than lethal, depends on where you live. So I'm just trying to give you a broad variety of items. So this one actually has a little flashlight on it, and then it's got the actual stun gun itself. I talked about this in the other video. I like things to keep people at a distance, and I wished I had made one up. But anyway, so you take a belt and then you put a padlock on the end of it. I like padlocks. They're heavy. You can they open where you can then snap them onto something, whatever. That on a pretty heavy duty like rope or something, heavy duty cloth maybe, just something heavy duty that's about 3 to 5 feet long maybe. I like that you can swing it around. Just be sure don't clock your own self in the head with it. I like things that keep people at a distance. Bats, golf clubs, whatever. So, but here's the thing. If you got stuff that keeps people at a distance, but they do get a hold of you, then you've got to have stuff that when they do get a hold of you, because you can't swing the baseball bat with somebody grabbing that's already grabbed hold of you. So my point is, you're going to have other weapons possibly on you, whether that be a knife or the stun gun, possibly pepper spray. But pepper spray, man, it's really tough, because I've used that stuff in the past with past jobs and whatever, and it winds up getting everywhere. So it can get on you, and then you can accidentally spray yourself. We've accidentally sprayed each other in scenarios and whatever, and it's not good. So pepper spray, I'm a fan of. Trust me, it definitely helps, but it doesn't stop everybody. We were dealing with a guy one night that was just crazy hyped up on some dope, and he came at us. We sprayed him, and it didn't slow him down. Not at all. He wiped his face maybe just to kind of, I don't know, but that's it. That's all he did. He was wide open, and it does not stop everybody. Does it stop probably 95% of the people out there? Yes. Just plan on, don't 100%, think that that's going to be what you need and that's all you need, because that's not the case. Seen it where it does not work. Even the true stun guns that the police use. They or tasers. Sometimes they ain't 100% effective either. You've seen that, just the way it is. So keep in mind also door security. You can kind of shore up your doors in a lot of ways. Sorry guys, I walked away from the camera just a minute. You've got items like this, and there's other items out there I put in my store. This right here helps you secure the door itself. You may want to do that, and just keep in mind that one thing I want to stress to you guys is don't board yourself in a house to where you can't get out. In other words, you got to be able to get out quickly also. In case of a fire, whatever. Maybe you need to get out the back door because the guys came through the front door and you're trying to get away from that person. Another thing, if you live in an apartment or a home where you have an upper level and your window, in other words, your window is at the higher level, I would recommend some type of ladder. That's usually mostly for fires. But obviously it's great for that, to get out of the house. But also, if a bad guy's in your house and you can lock yourself in the bedroom and then crawl out the window with that ladder out and away from the bad guy, that's your better situation too. So don't get in a situation where you are stuck in an upper story bedroom that you can't get out of. So have an exit plan always in these situations where you can get out. If you need to switch where you sleep temporarily till we get past some of this, then that's what I would do. But I would not try sleeping in a back bedroom or any bedroom at an elevated level that you could not safely get out of that bedroom through that window. So just be thinking about that also. But be sure you got ways to secure your door a little more maybe. There's tons of that information out. There's tons of items on Amazon. Again, I did put a few of those in the store itself. But anyway, guys, hope that was helpful. If you got any information you'd like to share with us or help us with these videos, that's something, a product that you've seen or like, be sure to share that with us. It's going to be really helpful for a lot of people. And with these videos that we do, is the more information we can share and get out to people, the safer we'll all come out of this, and that's our main goal. We don't want to get in a situation where we, survived the COVID-19 virus itself, but then got killed with somebody trying to break in our home and rob us. So we don't want to get in that. So there's going to be some residual deaths from a lot of different things with this COVID-19, just because of that, whether it be, bad guys, it could be other health problems that you just can't get taken care of quickly because of the situation. So it's unfortunate, but we're all dealing with it. We're going to do the best we can, and hopefully some of these videos can help save some lives and helps people make it through this. But anyways, appreciate you tuning in. If you got any questions, post those below. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.